Welcome to another episode of EnviroBoy Plays. We're going to continue Democracy 4. I have yet to completely destroy this country. I'm going to see if that continues to be true. I'm following the tactic of doing things I genuinely believe in, but taking them to like more extremes than I might actually do if I had to actually run an actual government. So if that tells you anything, I don't know. Fracking. Okay. All right. We got a policy decision we got to make about fracking. Let's see here. Hydraulic fracturing, better known as fracking. Okay, just sidebar. Like fracking sounds like some sort of slur, doesn't it? Like some sort of naughty word. Like it's like, oh, the kids, they've lost all their morals. They're all sneaking off into the bedroom. They're getting themselves involved in fracking. Anyway, it's a drilling technology that allows energy companies to exploit previously unreachable deposits of shale gas. The technique is relatively new, requires a government to give permission to use. On one hand, it opens up potentially huge supplies of energy. On the other hand, there are serious environmental concerns about the process. The bill will give the go-ahead to energy companies to carry out commercial-level fracking operations in our soil. This is great news for consumers as it will drive energy prices down and will reduce our dependence on foreign imports of oil and gas. Plus, it will be a boost for the economy. What's not to like? Or if we ban it, fracking poses a number of dangers, not least the possibility that it is linked to earthquakes. A very real danger of contaminating the water supply, as it involves pumping huge quantities of dangerous chemicals into the rock at very high pressures. Plus, this is just another way to perpetuate our reliance on ever-dwindling supplies of climate-damaging fossil fuels. Ban fracking! Primarily for the secondary things there, like, look, real talk, guys, like, all of these fossil fuels, coal, natural gas, all that kind of stuff, like, we're gonna run out one day. We might as well just invest in renewables, because we're gonna run out of those one day. It's gonna happen. Whether it's, like, now or later, it's gonna happen. So we're just gonna force the issue here. New major party donor. Fundraising efforts have managed to attract a new wealthy individual to donate to your future campaign fund. Make sure you keep this donor happy and pay attention to the groups they sympathize with. If donors become unhappy, there's a chance you will lose their vital finance supports. I don't care. I'm doing what I believe is right for the people. Anyway. How are we? Oh wait, hold on. I did want to look at the budget report. How are we looking here? Hey, look at that. The GDP is still on the rise. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. So apparently the best way to improve GDP is for me to stop paying attention to it and not care about it. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm not even going to worry so much about altering income. I mean, it's always tempting to try and get that income higher than like the expenditure so we can reduce our debt and all that kind of stuff. But truthfully, like, I think so, like, okay, diving into personal beliefs here, I think the fact that our world is so dependent on debt as a concept is dumb and silly, but whatever. I'm kind of interested in approaching this. Like, I know it says corruption is there, but honestly, I kind of like the idea of getting these, like, more socialized transport things there as a way to increase, like, to get more income coming here. And as well as, like, giving, like, I know it's considered socialism and socialist and all that kind of stuff, but increasing tourism and, like, being able to get more people access to travel, like, I like that idea. Wasn't there one that was like a state or like a bus lanes, state rail company? That was one of them. Similar. Poverty goes down, unemployment goes down, capitalists don't like it, rail industry doesn't like it, but who cares? Rail usage goes down. How would rail usage go down? Just mean private rail usage? State employees goes up, commuters goes up, commuter income goes up, trade unionist membership goes up, trade unionists, they like that, corruption goes up. This one might be a bit better. Look at that potential cost of that's insane. The other one that I'm kind of interested in, where was it? I saw one, free bus passes. I'm interested in this one too. Generational wealth gap goes up. That's interesting. That go up. That's weird. Traditionally, free bus travel is offered concession to those citizens of retirement age. This can be expensive, but it's great. Oh, it's only for the old people. That's weird. Can I not choose who all gets it? I'd say give it to everyone, just like everyone has a bus pass. Anyway, okay, so I guess that's not the great one that I thought it was going to be. I feel like realistically a state rail company might be more accessible to more people. But apparently this one's going to potentially cost a lot less. Potentially, I mean, I guess it would require less infrastructure. We don't need to build separate rails and all that kind of stuff. Because it's not going to be popular. Okay, if we, because we can, yeah, like we're going to do this. The cost goes up. But if we do minimum, we can have an income with it. Wrapped up in a national airline that literally flies the flag for our country. It's often considered worthwhile to have a state-owned and run airline, maybe run at a loss to encourage tourism and patriotism. Like I do like that. I might actually reduce it just a little bit, have it be like smaller. So that it will primarily, like running it at a loss actually isn't the worst idea, but in general. But let's start low and we can increase it as we go if need be. I'm still really tempted to do this one. I mean, realistically, I think this one actually would be really good for people. I know the generational wealth gap going down, I think, is an amazing thing. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. I know that the capitalists in the private housing industry are going to be super mad at me. But I don't know that I care. Poverty goes down, like the more we do for this. Like I just don't know that I see a bad thing for this, other than making some specific interest groups angry. But I don't know. I think it'd be worth it. I think it would be worth it to go ahead and do welfare, tobacco awareness, economy, trade council. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Tax, plastic bag. I'm still tempted to just like chuck these things in there. Public services, compulsory school sports. Yeah, again, I don't like that one. Healthy eating campaign's a better idea. I also really do like the idea of free parenting classes. I know that's going to cost a bit. I'm going to have it be a low program. We can always increase it, but let's keep the cost under $1 billion. And let's do that just to help with like social inequalities and stuff. Like I just don't see that as being a terrible thing. GDP's doing, poverty's down, GDP is about where it was. All these things are about where they are. Crime has actually gone down since we started. I think education has gone up. These things aren't really terrible. Rule out first strike. What's this? Weapons of mass destruction are theoretically a weapon of last resort and work purely as a deterrent. With this in mind, there is pressure for you to publicly commit to no first use of any such weapons. Rule out first strike. This is simply a public way to reiterate our purpose in possessing such weapons. We do not have any expansionary plans to so clearly such weapons exist purely as a form of defense by deterring foreign aggression. This is also a way to encourage others to make the same claim and could lead to less international tension and a safer world. Make no comment, it would be crazy for us to tie the hands of our military by announcing our strategy to the world for all to see. It is clear that our potential enemies are in no rush to make similar grandstanding announcements. If they want to rule out first strikes, let them go first. I don't see any reason not to do this. Worst case scenario, we decide to do it, and it's like, sorry, we lied. If we're the ones throwing nuclear bombs at other people, we're not really in the business of being nice anyway. So I guess, like, if I'm understanding these two stances right, it's like either say, oh, we're only using it for defense, or don't say that. I don't really see a negative in saying that, because either we say, like, you know, the thing that's good and hopefully is true, that we don't intend to use them, or we lie, but we're already kind of getting the moral low ground by throwing nuclear weapons at other people, because it's not like a nuclear weapon is something that's going to, like, be a precision attack that only harms, you know, militant groups or like the guy that's endangering us. Like, it destroys a whole city anyway. You're not using that because you are you know, a happy friendly guy that everyone is super on board with you, like, slinging these weapons around. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I just don't see reason. Like, strong leader, I don't know, I think that was ridiculous. People are like, oh, there's not a strong leader. It's like, if that's what their take is on that, then I don't know that I care what they think. Harsh words, but how are these guys doing? He's not super happy with me. These guys are kind of lukewarm towards me, but they still like me. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and leave that how it is. We're not going to worry about it. Yeah, they're not super mad at me. I'd like to replace these guys, but it might be easier in terms of our clout and, like, popularity if we wait until the next elections. Are there policies? I'm always interested in welfare. Childcare provision. Ooh, I like childcare provision. That would be expensive. The other one, cryptocurrency taxation. See, okay. Liberals would not like that. Capitalists wouldn't like it. Like, handling cryptocurrencies. Realistically, I think that's a complete, like, we don't need to ban it. We don't need to ban it, but I think taxing it is, like, obviously one of the best things to do. And I know that, like, it says that liberals wouldn't like it, but I don't even know how realistic that is. You know, like, I just don't. I guess this one would be more popular. I'm not going to rule this out, but for the time being, let's go after this. Frequent flyer tax. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting. GDP would go down, though. Let's go for the junk food tax. I know there's worries about how that would, like, impact health in unfair ways. What was the thing that I was thinking? Vertical farm subsidy, organic farming subsidy. I don't care about. What was the one I was thinking of? Rural development grants. So here's what we could do if we improved this. There's this one, and isn't there have we already implemented? We might have already implemented urban farming. Vertical farm subsidies. Rural development grants, technology, capital oil, green electronics. I must have already implemented it to help with those types of things. Maybe as a public service. Go to compulsory food labeling, organ donation. Drug treatment scheme. Help with that. Concerns about the drug epidemic. Compulsory water, climate change. Adoption fund? Oh, interesting. Wow, that's expensive though. Club subsidies, public libraries. That would be an amazing one. Anthem at the start. I don't. Ban alcohol. Wow, go all out there. That would cost a lot out there. Hold on. Let me just do like urban. Try doing farm maybe. Vertical farm subsidies. Okay. Well. Increase farmers membership. Increase income for farmers. Food prices go down. Capitalists, they don't like that. That's fine. Unemployment goes down. Traffic congestion goes down. Expensive. What was the other one I was looking at? Oh yeah, it was the junk food tax. That was what. That could net us a few billion. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. I know it's not gonna be popular. I know people are gonna be against me with this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and implement this. I would love to see obesity go down. Health goes up. The youth don't like that. That's fine. Gonna have to deal with that one. Poverty. Plant-based diets. Yeah, so like it definitely disproportionate. Like the level of impact it has on poverty is not nearly as intense. I mean, we could really just slam this one hard. 90% tax. That's a little extreme. Take away hamburgers. I mean, I don't know that I like seeing 45% on that. That seems a little extreme to me. We do this. Like, if we keep that down, that even just brings us a few billion in. Yeah, and actually the return on investment is not huge. If we keep that as low, that'll be as minimally impactful on people. Let's start with that, because we can always raise it higher. Let's just start with that. We'll keep it as low as possible. Hopefully people won't be, I don't know, man. Seems like they're gonna be equally angry with me regardless of how intense we do it. Let's start at a 10% tax. 10% tax. Let's do that. Apply changes. Let's just do that. And then the one thing I was gonna do, the welfare, or was it public services? I don't remember. Healthy eating campaign to do that one to get people more on board with it. That'd be kind of funny. Not actually the worst thing when you look at the cost either. All education subsidies. I don't know that skill shortage goes down. Costs a fair bit. Not the worst idea though, actually. State water company. Potential income. That's actually not a bad idea. State-owned and run water company that can ensure everyone has access to clean water even if subsidies are required. Poverty goes down, unemployment goes down, capitalists don't like water industry. I actually kind of like that idea. We'll take the entire industry into state ownership. This will please socialists, upset capitalists, also have a large one-off cost. 140, ooh, I don't know that I'm ready for us to have that huge cost. Cancel. I didn't realize it was going to force the one-off cost. We'll come back to that one. I do think that would be a good idea. But we'll come back to that one. Regulate social media. I don't know that we should do that one. Drug treatment scheme. CO2. And youth club subsidies? That's an interesting one. That's expensive, but... what does this do? Public libraries provide a number of services as focus. I don't know. I think that I can't see a problem with doing this one. The only problem would be like the cost. But if we bring the cost like down here, just to keep it low, it'll still help. But it's not going to, like, we're still overall on this turn increasing our intake because of the added taxes. So I'm going to go with this one. Let's apply that as it is. Is there anything that we can do? Oh, there's still a couple things. Tourism ad campaign. I don't like that tourism ad campaign is going to only incur costs and not consider potential income from tourism. I think that's a little weird. Alcohol and tobacco awareness aren't bad. Those things would be for a group of people, but healthy eating campaign, keep the country tidy campaign. I mean, people would like, that's kind of a feel-good one, but it's not the worst idea. Cyberbullying. Oh, that's another one. That one, actually, you know what? We should do that one to improve the youth because they're mad at me for taxing junk food. How much does that increase? If we just like go all out with it, the youth will really like that one. Let's go all out with that one. Let's go ahead and add some cost to that. Let's do that. Let's see where we're at now. Blaming media bias. Perfect. Okay. All right. Everything still seems kind of there. Civil servants strike. Civil servants have voted to strike over pay. When your employer is the government, you cannot simply resign and find another job with a competitor. Kinda can't. Civil service is often a thankless task, but remuneration to support a reasonable standard of living should be expected. Like, can I invoke things to increase their pay? Like, is that an option? I don't understand why they're gonna make a big deal about this, but not give me a way to. Hold on. Okay. Continue. We might report again. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, like, I wish it would give me, okay, tell me how I can help appease them, but whatever. 3 generations. Wait, hold on. What's the policy for this one? Junk food tax? Oh, they're mad because it's going to cost their family business or something? Wait, hold on. What did it say? Making candy for children, selling it's a competitive business, but is now stretched to the breaking point as the company struggles to absorb the price rises caused by the government's junk food tax. We just cannot stay in business. I mean, I sympathize, but also, isn't that what, a capitalist free market's all about? Keep up or get out the way? I don't know. The election report looking like. Super rad, awesome party. Activists like us. Doing good. Oh, well, the super mega lame party is getting some activation too. Speeches, we're not quite there. Fundraising. Our fundraising has gone down, but apparently not as much as theirs has gone down, so that's kind of cool. Perceptions, trustworthy. We're not seen as super compassionate. What kind of media stunts do we have? attend the funeral of police, give speech in church after shooting, be filmed feeding a baby lamb. I love that one. Success chance 82%. Impact on perceptions 19%. Capital cost 7. Wait, what's this other one? Visit aftermath of a flood. Success chance is low. Impact is kind of up there. Capital cost is low. Warms the heart of voters more than seeing a politician. I'm amazed that this one has better success chance than like something more meaningful. Although I guess because it's kind of innocuous, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not really wanting to do a whole lot in the way of media ones. How are we looking? I want to see our budget report. How are we looking here? GDP's kind of leveled off. That's fine. Economy's there. Income went up compared to expenditure, which stayed pretty standard. We're at like 783 billion, 791 billion. So that's good. Okay. I mean, we could look at, do we have our junk food tax? Yeah, so it's like we could ramp that up even more. People aren't going to be happy about that though. Like, let's give that one some room to breathe. What kind of policies can we do? What kind of welfare? Childcare provision, again. Oh man, that's so expensive, but that would be such a good one for people. Foreign policy. Border Navy. Patriots would love that. Illegal immigration would go down. Foreign relations would go down. Ethnic minorities wouldn't like that. I haven't done anything with law and order. Hold on, we got a right to die. Oh, that was one that like I kept meaning to allow. I thought I could have sworn we allowed that one. Needle exchange program would be such a good one. Conservatives don't like it, but conservatives deal with that. It'd be such a good one. Flags on every street corner. Racial tensions would increase. I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one because it doesn't even cost anything. Let's go ahead and implement this. I could have sworn we did that. But that's fine. Is it gonna be single doctor's agreement? Let's just go ahead and up that. Yeah, apply changes. Let's do that. What else can we still have? Welfare, economy, robotics research, tax, automation, plastic bag tax, health food subsidy, subsidies. Doesn't have to cost a whole lot, but that might be good. Public services, compulsory, again, not a great one. Desalination, compulsory foreign language. I honestly don't really mind that one. This one doesn't seem to have a whole lot of negatives, and people seem pretty on board with that. So I'm gonna go with it. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and do that. That's not a huge cost comparative. Go ahead and do that one. It's an easy one to do something that seems popular. Okay, where are we at? How are we doing now? No massive changes. Violent video games. Okay, concerns have been raised in the press about the impact that violent video games have on the nation's youth. Some of these games are being described as murder simulators, and links have been suggested between the games and violent crime. Proposal to ban certain games and restrict the sale of others to those over 18 years old. Leave unchanged censored games, add warning labels. Scant hard evidence that shows any real direct link between video games and violence. In fact, there is possibility they act as a catharsis that even prevents young people being violent. The knee-jerk response from people looking for a simple solution to violence in society. Violence that existed long before the first video game was created. Censor games. There may be no direct proven link, but you don't have to play many of these games to see how the influence they have on impressionable young people must be having on second. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's even saying there's no proven information. Banning is a step too far, but it's important for parents to have the information they need so they can judge how suited a specific game is for the children. System of warnings about content on the box or website selling games should be sufficient. That's literally what exists. I'm going to leave unchanged. The use like that, conservatives don't like that, but, you know. Message from Minister Scott Morales. Currently working as your Secretary of Commerce is tired of serving your government and may wish to leave their position and possibly politics altogether. You may be able to persuade them to stay, taking steps to further please their core supporters, self-employed people and middle-income earners. I'm going to just not worry about it. If I fire him, like, that's not seen very positively. I don't know. Maybe we could find issues that are, like, important to his people, but honestly, I see us doing some good stuff here. I think he just doesn't like me. This guy seems like he's got more of a reason to complain. I mean, we see a lot more not great things here. I'm gonna not worry about it for right now. Let's see what kind of policies. I mean, we can look into like taxing and economy ones and see if we can do anything. Oh yeah, this was an interesting one. I don't like how expensive it is. Ban coal. Ooh. GDP wouldn't like that. Environment and oil demand would love that. Respiratory disease would go down, and environmentalists would like that. Antibiotics ban. Is that in food? I'm assuming that's in food. Farmers will not like that. Health will go up. Environmentalists like it. Food prices go up. I'm not sure I'm into that one. Foreign investor tax breaks. Small business grants. Okay, here we go. Here's the small business grants. Socialism, that goes down. Capitalism likes it. Self-employed. Trade union membership goes down. Self-employed membership goes up. I mean, this one might still be an okay one. But also do this one. I actually like rural development better. Yeah, I'm just gonna not worry too much about the one guy. Ooh, maternity leave would be a really good one. Made a popularity with your voters. Yeah, maternity leave. That one's really tempting to me. I'm really tempted to do that one. Carbon capture and storage. Yeah, but it's expensive. Business startup campaign. Not very expensive. That might be a good one. I know it's not particularly socialist, but not everything needs to be socialist. Maybe we'll do this one. It's not very expensive. He would like that. Self-employed socialism. Let's do that one. Let's see if that... Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Let's see if that makes him happy and improves anything at all. Law and Order. Needle exchange program. I do like this one. I know it can get costly. But I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. Would be pretty popular. Does cost something, but let's do that. Let's go look at the taxing. Food health subsidies. That's not... It's taxes. Carbon tax wouldn't be a horrible thing to add. Not mind doing that. We might look into that on the next turn. Public services, healthy eating campaign. I've been hemming and hawing about doing that one. Same with the let's go ahead and do one of these things just to feel good. That one's really popular, the keep the country. Let's do that one. So popular, it doesn't have to cost a whole lot. Let's do that. That'll use up our poll for this turn here. How are we doing? Yeah, he's mad at me. That's fine. School sponsorship. A number of large corporations have expressed an interest in investing in our school system. Everything from free school books to entire sports centers is offered in return for some branding and proportional opportunities. I'm immediately saying no. We are not turning our schools into an advertising campaign. I'm not doing that. I refuse. Okay, what is he? He's currently working as your attorney general, which is displeased with current government policy, which is unpopular with their core supporters. As a result, there's a danger of the minister wanting to spend more time with their family in the near future. Ministerial resignations hurt the popularity of your government, so it may be worth adjusting your policies to placate their supporters. Wants police drones? Oh, no, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely not willing to do that. What was the one that I was wanting to look into next? Oh yeah, it was in the taxes, the carbon tax. Man, that requires a lot of political capital, doesn't it? Recreational drug taxes not be very popular. Packaging would be a popular one. We could get some good income going there. Microgeneration grants. Frequent flyer tax. Guys, investment scheme. Like that. Plastics tax. Mortgage tax relief. Ooh. An interesting one. Generational wealth gap would go up. Less people to claim tax relief on interest payments they have to make when they borrow money to buy a house. Interesting. Food subsidies, punitive tax on superstores. Stores may be convenient for out citizens. I'm assuming that means it's supposed to be for our citizens. But they have many negative effects. Encourage car journeys, rather. Yeah, I don't know that I'm into that one. Empty home. Ooh, I like the idea of an empty homes tax. I immediately like the idea of an empty homes tax. Retired won't like it. Capitalists won't like it. Wealthy won't like it. Good income. I actually really like that one. Luxury goods tax as well could be a good one. I'm gonna go with the empty homes tax. That was topical to nowadays too. Like that's an issue that is like a real thing here. Man, if we just like go nuts with that, maximize that, and capitals. I kind of want to just dive into that one. Let's just do that one. Let's go for it. Why not? I know he's mad at me. This religious plot. I don't really know how I'm supposed to implement, like, do anything with these when they come up. Like, there's no interaction. All I can do is just increase defense security procedures and stuff like that. Like, tasers, press freedom, intelligence services, firearm laws, CCT, armed police. Like, we don't have wiretapping, and I'm fine with that. We don't have secret courts. That's good. Torture, I don't want to do that. Police drones, I mean, like, okay, our guy wants that one, but it'd be so expensive. I don't know that I really want us to do that. Internet censorship, not interested in that. Mandatory microchip implant, like, talk about conspiracy. That might be a fun run, to run one that's like we do every conspiracy theory we can. ID cards, like, honestly, that one actually might be kind of an okay one, depending on how we implement it. Curfews, no way. Detention without trial, no way. Armed police, like the ways to increase it would be increasing CCTV, I would think, and increasing tasers. What can we do about tasers? Like, maybe if we increase tasers, maybe that'll help placate him a bit. It'll cost more, but if we do that, maybe that'll do something for him, and he'll be happier about that. Like, I almost think that would be the way to do it. Liberals won't like it, but like, it's almost like if we did that instead of doing like firearm type stuff. Hold on. Oh, okay. Stop. Was the other one that I was thinking of? Press freedom is there. CCTVs. What? That one would cost more to do. Conservatives would love that. Antisocial behavior would go down though. Violent crimes would go down. I feel like that one might be a good one. I know the liberalism wouldn't like it, but frankly, like, talking about CCTVs, just like the installation costs are extremely high. No, that's true. There are concerns about civil rights for people who don't like to feel that the government is constantly watching them. I mean, if it's in public spaces, I say it is what it is. But intelligence services, like firearms laws, like, it would be license required, strict controls. Like, so you do those types of things, Patriots would hate it. Patriots hate this one thing. Crime would go up, allegedly. It will go down. Interesting that, like, liberalism decreases with these. I mean, I guess it's kind of like free, like having full rights and stuff like that. But to say that crime, like, goes down with no limit on it is weird. But I guess it's like crime would go down technically because, like, if nothing's illegal, then no one's doing anything wrong. Press freedoms. Yeah, he wants us to. Tell you what, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just spend the 1. Increase this, see if that helps placate him a little bit. See if we can do that. That out. Continue, and then we've used up our clout. What are we doing on time? Oh, we gotta call it an episode. So let's see what impacts this all has on us. Embezzled funds recovered. That's great. Unemployment is going up. That seems bad. GDP is going down. Uh-oh. I don't know, man. It just seems to always go down for reasons that are just not always within my control, it seems. Religious plot. Yeah, we know this is there. Thanks for the advice. Angels of Heavenly Justice. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm supposed to be doing this. We'll save this all for next turn. So, yeah, we'll say that for next turn. So thank you so much for joining. I'm having fun with this. I like this game. I don't know if this is going to be an interesting game to anyone, but I don't care. I'm having a great time. So for those of you sitting here and watching with me, as always, as I always say it every time I meet it, every time, love and appreciate you. Go try to have nuanced opinions. I know I'm sitting here getting like extreme and radical in some of my thoughts because it's a game and I can do that, but realistically, try and have some nuance to the thoughts that you have and understand other points of views. It's always a good thing, even if you still disagree with someone. Try to understand the point of view and express a little nuance when understanding their point of view. Those are good things to do. So yeah, do that, and have a good day. Bye.